The Unseen Presence. On a moonless night, in a remote cabin nestled deep within the woods, Sarah found herself alone. A relentless storm had cut her off from civilization, leaving her isolated and vulnerable. Her only company was the flickering candlelight and the incessant patter of rain on the cabin's windows. As the hours ticked by, an eerie feeling settled over her. She couldn't shake the sensation that she was being watched, that unseen eyes were fixed upon her. She tried to dismiss it as mere paranoia, but the unease gnawed at her like a hungry beast. Sarah attempted to busy herself with a book, but her trembling hands betrayed her anxiety. The shadows in the corners of the room seemed to move of their own accord, creeping closer as the candlelight flickered and dimmed. Then, a whisper, barely audible, emerged from the darkness. Sarah froze, her heart pounding in her chest. It was a voice, soft and malevolent, a voice that seemed to crawl up from the very depths of despair. It spoke words she could not understand, in a language that felt ancient and forbidden. Desperate, she searched the cabin for the source of the voice, but found nothing. The walls seemed to close in on her, and the oppressive presence grew stronger, suffocating her. As the night wore on, the storm outside raged with increasing intensity. The cabin creaked and groaned, its timbers straining against the fury of the wind. Sarah's fear intensified, for she knew she was not alone in that room. Something unseen, something malevolent, lurked in the shadows. In a final act of desperation, she grabbed the candle and held it high, casting light into every corner. And there, in the mirror, she saw it. A grotesque, shadowy figure, its eyes empty voids of darkness, its features twisted into a cruel grin. With a shriek, Sarah dropped the candle, plunging the room into darkness. She fumbled for the door and burst out into the storm, leaving the cabin and its unseen presence behind. To this day, Sarah cannot forget the horror of that night, the feeling of being watched by something beyond human comprehension. She often wonders what would have happened if she had stayed, if she had not heeded the warning of the unseen presence lurking in the shadows, waiting to claim her.